Hello, Richmond County residents. Celeste Gotell coming to you from the Senior Center Without Walls with the July 19th to 26th edition of What's Happening, a calendar of events that we prepare monthly of activities and events of interest to older adults in Richmond County. So, as you know, this is a program that I started in November of 2024. Every week I prepare this calendar. It's based on a monthly calendar that we also prepare, which is available online through social media. It's also available through the Richmond County website. There's a section on the website called Residents, and there's also a section under there called Seniors Resources. And each month we make sure that we post our calendar to that section. They also make some printed versions, and often there are other locations throughout Richmond County that if you inquire, they would provide you with the printed version, such as the library and the MLA office and the Dr. Kingston Center. Anyway, I'll start with Saturday, July 19th. This weekend is the Rocky Bay Irish Festival. So there's a number of activities that are taking place in celebration of the festival. You can go to the festival in Rocky Bay at the Irish Club, and they have their famous chowder there and crab sandwiches. There's also a washer toss that's taking place this afternoon at 1 or Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. And there's trivia at 7 p.m. Now, during the morning, the Almadam Community Market will take place at the Rocky Bay Irish Club, and that is from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. There's also a cold plate supper happening at the Johnstown Parish Hall. You do need to book in advance. It's eat in or take out, and it's at 5 p.m. That weekend is also the Putlatech Powwow. The grand entry takes place at 12 p.m. noon, and there's a hand drum competition also happening. That evening at the Legion Branch 150 in Ayrshire, there's a 45 card play happening in support of the Poppy Trust, and that starts at 7 p.m. So that is for Saturday the 19th. So now I'm going on to the 20th, which is Sunday. Again, lots of things happening on Sunday the 20th. The Johnstown Artisan and Outdoor Market takes place from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And that takes place right through till September, and that's right in Johnstown. The Rocky Bay Irish Festival will have a hearty Irish breakfast happening from 8 till 11 a.m. And then there's a garden party that's happening that afternoon, hosted by the Almadam Garden Club, and that takes place from 2 to 4 p.m. The Riverdale Market will also have their pancake breakfast, and that is at the Riverdale Community Center in Low River. That takes place from 9 till 12 noon. And the Putlatech Powwow continues, and that will be on Sunday the 20th as well. We also have a sandcastle contest happening in Pondville Beach Provincial Park. There's registration at 12:30. Bill time starts at 1, and the judging is at 5 p.m. There's a fee to participate in that. It's $10, but it's a great summer activity for intergenerational with grandparents, etc. There's also a summer learning series that's taking place at 2 p.m. There's a book reading and signing. It's called We Are Who They Are, a Sampson and Burke Family's Pictorial Genealogy. And that's taking place, I'm guessing that must be taking place at the Almadam Historical Society. Rocky Bay Irish Festival has a card play at 7 p.m. And that concludes Wednesday the 20th. We're on to Monday the 21st. There is a free session with Adele Boudreau. It's kind of a visual art mural, and that's in French. And it's participants will paint a backdrop. It's at La Picasse in Petit de Gras. It's from 6 to 8 p.m. and you need to register in advance by calling them. There's a song circle that will be taking place at the St. George's Community Channel Hall, and that is from 6:30 to 9 p.m. The doors open at 6. All of us, the talent, are welcome. It's by donation, and there's a light lunch that will be served. On to Tuesday, the 22nd, a River Roots farm stand is open from 10 to 7 p.m. And then River Roots Meals with Friends will be happening at 11:30 and 12:30. You call ahead to register, and it's by donation, and that's in River Bourgeois. There's also going to be a July social for persons with visual impairment taking place in Ayrshire at the New Horizons Seniors Club at 1 p.m. And you can take in a blacksmithing demonstration at Lenoir Forge in Ayrshire every Tuesday and Thursday from 2 to 4 p.m. Now, there has been some issues related to the sewer plant in Ayrshire. So you might want to check ahead to make sure that that has all been resolved and that these demonstrations are not being postponed as a result of that. That brings us to the evening. The Acadian Bistro is happening at La Picasse at 5 p.m. and that's at the community center there, 5 p.m. Acadian Bistro. And then at the St. John Center for Arts in Ayrshire, there's the Tuesday Island Tunes. So that's join them for some local music starting at 6:30 p.m. And then that evening at 7 p.m., the New Horizons Club has their bean toss, and that is from 7 to 9 p.m. That brings us to Wednesday. So Wednesday, the 23rd, the St. George's Channel has their regular morning coffee from 10 to 12 noon. And then tea in the museum at Lenoir Landing in Ayrshire, and that's from 2 to 4 p.m. So again, you might want to call in advance just to make sure that the issue relating to the sewer plant in Ayrshire has all been resolved and that's not affecting that in any way. There'll also be concerts by the sea taking place at the St. Peter's Marina on the 23rd, and that is from 6 to 7:30 p.m. The rain venue is the St. Peter's Lions Hall, and again, that's celebrating all kinds of incredible talent that we have throughout Richmond County. That brings us to Thursday. The Lordways Acadian Festival will be beginning on Thursday. They have a cribbage tournament that evening at 7 p.m. The coffee and conversation happens at the West Bay Center from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. River Roots Farm Stand is also starting to open on Thursdays as well because they have an abundance of produce. But again, you might want to call ahead to make sure that all is good there. River Roots will be having their garden tours again. Oh, that's a new feature that they're doing. So River Roots is having a garden tour at 10 a.m. on the 24th. And again, the Lenoir Forge in Ayrshire from 2 to 4 p.m. You can check in a blacksmithing demonstration. There's a card game happening at the Discount Civic Improvement Hall, 45 card game at 7:30 p.m. on the 24th. And then also on the 24th, there's something called Kitchen Rackets, and it's summer jam sessions. They start at 7:30 at the St. Peter's Lions Marina. And musicians are welcome to come and join with local musicians. It's all free and donations are accepted. Bring along your own instruments and any kind of snacks and stuff that you'd like. So on to Friday the 25th, the Lordway Acadian Festival will have a trivia night at 8 p.m. and the Almadam New Horizons Club has their monthly meal and dinner and dance, and that's at 6 p.m. and tickets are sold in advance for that. That brings us to the end of the week, which is the 26th, Saturday. Lordways Acadian Festival will be having a breakfast from 7 to 10 a.m. Children's Parade is at 9 a.m. Blessing of the Fleet and Parade will be at 11:30. Then there's a motor show from 1 to 6, and then supper, chowder, and meat pie at 4 p.m. There's also a community flea market taking place at Putlatec in the community hall from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And there's a fun day happening at the Framboise Hall from 12 to 3 p.m. There's going to be all kinds of games for the kids and a barbecue, etc. So that is the week of July 19th to the 26th. As always, we'd like to extend our heartfelt thanks to our partners at Toledo Community Television for their ongoing support. We so enjoy working with them, and this is a great community services that we have available in Almadam and in Richmond County. It's one of 9 community televisions throughout the country, and I think it's one of the best resources that we have available. I mean, if you're not currently making use of the services that they offer to advertise your events, I encourage you to do so. They also have some great programming. Another programming that I do with Toledo is a new program that we've launched called Age-Friendly Community Conversations, where I interview individuals from the community that are working for organizations that provide services of interest to older adults and help to address the 8 components of an age-friendly community. On that note, I'd like to express our thanks to the Department of Seniors and Long-Term Care with the province of Nova Scotia, who provided us funding through the Age-Friendly Community Grant Funding Program to launch the Senior Center Without Walls. And this Senior Center Without Walls is all about us bringing information to the community and working with our community partners to provide knowledge and information and services, and working with older adults in Richmond County. So that's all for today, folks. I thank you for your time and look forward to chatting with you again next time.